充実した農業ライフを送るにはまだまだ先は長そうだ。
俺っちじゃねえか
If you've been a longtime viewer of the channel, you know how important episode 1 of a brand new season of a start of an anime is to me. And if you're a first-time person here, I'll quickly kind of go over it with when you have an episode 1 of a season in a media cycle in a time where you have all these streaming platforms, right? And think about the anime industry as a whole in the West right now, right? You have Crunchyroll, Funimation, it doesn't exist anymore, but it's still a platform. You have High Dive, right, which is a smaller platform ran by Sentai Filmworks. You have Netflix, you have Hulu, you have Disney Plus, right? You have all of these different mechanisms, Toonami, Adult Swim. You have all these different areas and places to go find anime. So episode 1 of a new anime is so crucial, not only here in the West to pick, okay, what streaming platform, what anime am I going to give my time for, but it's also crucial in the East because in the East, these anime premiere on television, right? So if I'm a person in like Japan, I have to plan around, okay, I have to make sure that I'm home at 4:30 or 5:30 or 8:30 or 12:30. I have to make sure that I'm not out and about, or I have to set my DVR to record, whatever it is, right? It's so crucial that episode 1 comes and snatches you. It grabs you as the viewer, right? And it basically demands your time. And it says, hey, this is a reason to watch this anime over something else, right? And in a time like today, right, where we are watching this, and you might not be watching this the same day, but, this anime premiered October 1st of 2022, which is the same day as My Hero Academia, right? So for someone to choose to watch this as versus the premiere of My Hero, maybe they have to choose one. That's a big ask of an anime. So this anime specifically, I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farm-related skills. Obviously, is competing for longest name of the season, but this anime so far came out and did something special, and it blended enough silliness and seriousness to really make an impression on me, and I was thoroughly, I was impressed, I laughed a lot, and I was in awe of the actual plot that it was building for us as a viewer, right? And I think that that's the perfect thing that you need here when it comes to these, I killed 300 slimes and I accidentally got strong. I got reincarnated into a world and I wanted an easy breezy life, but I got took out of it. When it comes to these anime that are like these slice of life type anime where you have somebody who just wants an easy going life, and there's things that turn in into turmoil. There's things that kind of break up that easygoing life. You want a nice blend as a viewer of seriousness and silliness. And what I mean by that is the serious side of this first episode was all of the world building that it did, introducing us to the princess, the king, introducing us to the big kind of antagonist that's going to continue to be a repeated antagonist throughout the season, which is the demons congregating. People who are very devoted to the demon lord who's no longer in this world want a semblance of what they had from the past, right? We got to learn that there was a peace treaty between demons and humans at one point after the hero defeated the demon lord. The demons, the leaders of the demons and leaders of humans came and they put a pact, but obviously on all sides of anything, right? On the sides of people on any side of a war are always going to be happy and unhappy. And the unhappy people are always going to try and figure out how they can take action, right? So I think that is what's really interesting, right? And then you also have us going really deep into Elway himself. So we go into Elway and we find out that he is... And this is kind of what really struck me as an interest here. He's not somebody who is aware of how powerful they are. And I think that's what makes the anime really interesting as, as Elway as a character, right? Is you have him who has been thoroughly and vigorously focused on farming and being a farmer. It's his passion. It's what he enjoys to do. He has friends, and by farming and gaining all these skills, he's constantly leveling up. And what we found out in this anime too is in this world there are blessings. Some people get them, some people don't. And our character Elway, his specific blessing is called Growth Boost, which just basically means that he gets like a super buff to everything that he does, right? So if he plows a little bit of land, he probably gets a ×1, ×2, ×10, ×100 benefit to that. So he levels it up really fast. They showed us a scene where he goes out and fishes with his friends, and now he has a higher rating, a higher level in fishing than the person that he's friends with who's a fisherman, right? So he has this really huge blessing. And the thing that I found interesting is that he's not aware of just how insanely strong he is. Now, it got put into perspective this episode because the princess talks to him in this episode about, hey, normal people are level 50. These people are level, 500, 600. The heroes are level 1,000. Our man's like level 65,000 or something crazy like that. So it got put into perspective for him on just how OP he is. But prior to that, it was like, I'm a farmer. This is what I do. Then, we go into some of the other things too. It's like, okay, well, he went into town. He went to go sell his crops. He saved somebody. It ended up being the princess. I was like, that's how we get started. She tries to recruit him. She tries to, dangle a carrot in front of his face, which is 33,000 meters of land. He said no, blah, blah, blah. Later on, the demons go and they're basically, he finds that they're going to attack his fields. That's what causes him to cause action. He saves the princess. He saves the king. They end up giving him the land anyways and asking in return for that. We're not going to say, hey, serve the royal family, because he continues to say no. But in return for it, they were like, you just need to go register at the guild. That way we can call upon your skill every so often. But you won't be, employed by the royal family. We're not going to take you away from your farm. But instead, give us this land. And the twist to that was the princess got him. She was like, got him. The twist to that is they gave him all this land, which is a wasteland, which is now he's going to be able to turn that into farmland, which is just going to boost up the kingdom because they had this huge, large plain of wasteland that once is turned into crops and fields, and it just betters the kingdom. So the princess was very smart in this case to do that as well. So those are kind of the things that happen in the episode. But overall, this, and the OP is awesome. But overall, this is what you need in episode 1. For me personally, this had the right blend of silliness, the right blend of seriousness, the right amount of plot building and world building and character introduction, along with a really cool OP. Not the best OP, but it's a really cool OP. They got us to show, a lot of different characters that are going to end up coming into the mix as the anime kind of unfolds. And it has a perfect semblance of what it's going to be, which is farming's a priority, but he's going to be called on as an adventurer to kind of help and save the kingdom in the future. And he's a pretty cool character because he's so hyper focused on farming that's going to end up getting him in a lot of trouble as the anime continues to unfold. So I think this is the perfect amount. Again, I'll say it like the 20th time, the perfect amount of seriousness and silliness that we need in an anime to just really just be enjoyable. Do I think it's going to be a masterpiece? Do I think you should watch this over Bleach? No. But I think this should be in your rotation if you're watching, 3, 4, 5 anime of the season and you just want a good, fun time, turn off your brain and laugh, but not turn off your brain because you have to avoid all the things that the anime is doing wrong, but turn off your brain just to, sit there and laugh, and just enjoy your time. But thank you guys for checking me out for episode 1. This was an awesome episode. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see more. I'll see you guys next week for episode 2 of farm-related skills. Peace.